Down the studio, if you've been by Webster Lake, and you may have seen an older gentleman sitting out there on a chair, don't be alarmed. That's just the annual Ice Out Einstein benefit that's going on. And we have some folks here from that are sponsoring that, and folks from the Webster Lake Association. We got Katie, who's the president. Steve is a member, but he runs the Ice Out Einstein project, as well as Jason from Pro Automotive. You have 2 locations in Webster?
2 in Webster and one in Dudley.
One in Dudley, too. So if you got some car concerns, you can always go see those guys. But Katie, tell us a little bit about what the Webster Lake Association does.
Sure. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
So the Webster Lake Association was formed over 20 years ago, actually by a group of residents on the lake to enhance and preserve the lake for future generations. So we've done over $1 million worth of lake management, and we're continuing to do so in a positive way. So Einstein's part of that.
Yeah, I mean this, and this is an important project. And how many years has the Ice Out Einstein project been going on?
18.
18 years?
He's 18 years old, yeah.
Wow.
It's the 18th annual, yeah.
So the concept is people can guess when he's going to fall through the ice.
Right. So we wait till the ice is strong enough to allow us to get him on there, and then people guess the month, the day, the hour, and the minute that he goes through in the spring. And so it's always a fun time knowing what the ice looks like now and how long he's going to last, and we never know. So but when you're buying a ticket, that's what you're filling out is the month, the day, the hour, and the minute he goes through.
God, so specific.
Yes.
Have you ever in the 18 years had a tie?
We've had, not for first place.
Oh, okay.
And we pay out over $4,000 in prize money. So first place, the closest time is $2,000, and then $1,000, $500, $300, and $200 from there. But we've had some ties for second or third place, but never for first place, and primarily because it comes down to the minute. So
yeah, it's amazing they're tying it all.
You guess 401. And he goes in at 403, and somebody's at 404. Then that's close, but there's somebody that wins and somebody that doesn't. So
yeah, and with like last year, it was kind of a mild winter. This year, we're seeing an uptick in the cold. I mean, you got to be kind of a bit of an amateur meteorologist, I guess, to
look at the long range forecast. Right,
you got to study the stats,
exactly.
just like kind of when you're doing it with sports.
And it's amazing how many people do that too.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean that's a good prize, but what's important is when people buy their chances. Where does the money go?
So we have 3 partners in the fundraiser. So obviously the Lake Association. And then we have the Webster Fire Department, and the Webster Fire Department uses the money specifically for safety training on the lake, equipment related to safety on the lake. So we know it goes directly to that. And then the Reconciliation House of Webster is a nonprofit sober house that takes guys coming out of Worcester County Jail and transitions them into a normal life that they're working towards. So those are the 3 partners, and that's where the money goes.
That's awesome. I experienced the Webster Fire Department's ice rescue stuff firsthand. Yeah. There's a video up at pikefm.com. They let me go down. They gave me a ride in the hovercraft. That was really the reason why I did it. I wanted to take a ride in the hovercraft, which was awesome. And then I got to wear the life suit, which is amazing, which is what they wear when they have to jump in through the ice to save somebody.
Sure.
It's unbelievable how well those work. I did not feel one thing at all. And then they had the task of pulling me out of the ice and dragging me back to shore and stuff. So I've seen all that stuff firsthand, and they work really hard at it. So, I hope a lot of people buy chances.
Yeah, if people haven't seen it, Einstein is a mannequin that's sitting on a chair with a weight underneath it. And when he goes through, we've actually had the fire department come down and use that as training, pulling him out in the springtime. Pulling him out of the water. So that's been fun to watch.
Why Einstein? Is there some kind of connection, or is it someone else just said, "Hey, he looks like Einstein"?
Well, you come up with the idea of having a fundraiser where we're going to put somebody out on the ice, and you got to come up with a name,
Right.
You got a guy that's sitting on a chair all winter long. You got to be pretty smart to survive the whole thing, and that's where the name Einstein came up with.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so they can go to websterlakeassociation.org Facebook.com/Ice Out Einstein, or just
Yep.
go to the main page and
Yep.
it's right up there.
Yes.
And that's where they can buy their tickets, right?
Yes, yeah, you can buy them online, and also if you go to that site, it also shows previous winning times, so
okay.
so it shows when he's gone through in the past.
Wow.
Doesn't show how much ice he was sitting on, though.
No.
So it's
Okay.
still,
No.
still
Right. Yeah.
you have to be a
Just
meteorologist.
tells you.
to-
So
And there's also a live camera on them as well. You can see them.
Really? Is it on the website?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's
I gotta
on
check that
the
out.
Lakeview Marine website. But
So
yes, she has a
Lakeview
webcam.
Marine has a security camera on there that they have. So you can go on their website, Lakeview Marine, and go to webcam, and then you'll see a live shot of him sitting out there. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, we'll post all that information on our social media so everybody can get a look at that. And Jason, how did Pro Automotive get involved? What's the connection there?
A client of ours about 10, 12 years ago, he was on the Einstein committee at the time, came in and asked me if I was interested in helping out. And I'm always interested in helping out our community. So I started helping out then became a sponsor a few years later. And now I seem to be the place that houses Einstein all year long
really?
when
You
he's
got
not on the ice.
You got a little apartment for Einstein there?
Yeah.
Hope he has a hot tub.
We use him every once in a while to scare a few people.
Oh,
but-
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. So you keep him busy year round.
We do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure
He's got a
Halloween.
full-time job.
I'm sure Halloween is a pretty fun time for Einstein also.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for coming in. Really appreciate it. We'll post this interview at pikefm.com shortly after the show. We'll put it on all our social media. We're at 100 FM The Pike on Twitter and Instagram. We're also on Facebook. So look for it there. Hit that link. Buy those tickets. It's for a great cause, and it helps preserve the lake. And it's a lot of fun. And now that I know there's a cam, I'm going to be checking that daily.
Sure.
Right.
And you can't win if you don't play, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Winners, players win, winners play. Right? Well, hey, thanks a lot, you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again, we'll put up the link to all that on our social media here in just a couple of minutes.